I do have a question for you. With light of podcasts, being a hot topic in the NBA the last couple of days, what was your initial thoughts when you learned JB and myself were creating a podcast?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was fine. I mean, you guys are, your personalities, right? People want to know what you're thinking, right? They see what you do, right? So they want to hear what you think and what your take is. I think your fans, I think love it. You got a lot of people who listen to this, don't they? We aren't just doing this for us, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think those fans, they're like any other fans. They want to identify with you. They want to, they hear you say something and they latch onto it. I know what that is. That happened to me when I was a kid too, right? Something like that. And that's what fans want. They want, they want closeness. They want to be able to identify with you. So it's totally cool. As long as it doesn't take away from practice, hitting your threes and your free throws. No.
I think I'm having a career year from the free throw line. I will say that.
Really?
Career year, period.
Career year, period.
What is your percentage for free throws?
I'm like 81 probably. I'm like
wait a minute. We can look this up.
I'm for sure low 80s.
Remember he was gone last episode. We looked up his 3-point percentage.
What was it, like 33?
32, 33?
Oh, no, it wasn't. I think I'm like 34.
1%. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Anyways, he said something that was great. As long as it doesn't take away from practice. Make your free throws, which sometimes I don't make free throws, obviously.
80.
80?
80.
So the lowest of 80.
Is it 80? 80 and then 6. I'm almost 81. We round up.
Yeah, for the most part, I feel like everyone thinks that like, we run here, we jump in, we do our show, right? And then like it takes away from like our time like in practice or whatever. Like no, we have a great production. Everyone who makes this like seamless. We're usually, like you said, coming from the gym or going to the gym after, right? Whether we have practice or not. I think it's just a good way for us to, I mean, we're gonna sit and talk regardless, right? That's all we do is talk on the phone, but it's just a different way to kind of let our voices be heard.
Yeah. I mean, it's a platform, right? Get to say what you want to say.
That's the one thing we've said is like, say the team goes on a couple game slide, for sure the media is going to say something, right? Yeah. So I think the fact that these guys have a platform to be able to address it on their own terms can be really valuable. And I think in 2025, like to be able to, if you're a fan, you get to hear an inside look into what your star players are thinking, their take on the game. I think it's a gift, honestly.
Well, I mean, let me ask you guys. I mean, this is a good topic, right? Because I mean, I've been dealing with the media for 30 years, and my experience with the media is that, I mean, look, they write in order to get, clicks and get viewers and readers and whatever, right? So that's their sort of agenda, right? Which also sort of means at the same time that the real stories don't come out, right? So, I mean, this is a way for, real stories to come out.
Yeah. I've thought of it that way, yeah, for sure.
I think we should, if you guys are comfortable, talk about Kendrick Perkins.
What about him?
Did you see what Kendrick Perkins said? Kendrick Perkins?
Yes, I know who he is.
Did you see what he said or no?
What do you say now?
George is not the only person that should be, taking a break from podcasting during the basketball season. I feel like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart as well need to take a break, because if you're trying to go out there and honestly compete for an NBA championship, right? I wish I would have walked in the 2008 locker room talking about our podcasting through the season, or anybody else. It would have been smoke and furniture moving around there. So
I'm gonna say this: there are much worse things you could be doing than having a podcast. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of things that go on, right? Mm-hmm. That are much worse than sitting here and talking with you guys about stuff or whatever. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Y'all can drag that. Y'all can figure out whatever y'all want to figure out, but
yeah, I mean, I think it's funny because we can sit there we can be talking about somebody, and they can be like, "Man, this dude." Like someone tweets about a reporter, he's like, "Yeah, he said he was at home just kicking it, playing video games for 4 hours." No one bats an eye. Oh, he played video games for 4 hours. Cool.
I think I agree. There are times of that, but I feel like as a professional athlete, when you're caught or when you're like posting about something that's other than your profession, like your main thing, like remember everyone kept saying, "Oh, whenever the new Call of Duty comes out, Kyler Murray is not as locked in," right? So now he has that narrative on him, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
There are players like Harden, like who's known for going out, like, right? It's a known thing. Like there's, no matter what you do, if it's not your profession, someone's gonna be saying something like, you need to be focusing on your profession. Like I put my heart, blood, and tears into this, right? I'm gonna go crazy if this is the only thing I think about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself through hell. Right? I need some type of getaway. Sometimes we golf, right? During the playoffs, now we're like, all right, during the series, we're not talking about this. Whatever. After the series, we can have a check-in. All right. But like I just find it funny how like we're supposed to just like go to the gym, come home, just sit on the couch and just like wait for the next day.
Watch the paint dry.
Yeah.
I think also the craziest part about it is the same people that are saying stop podcasting, get in the gym are the same people complaining about the minutes that you guys are playing. So it's like, how do you have it both ways? You're mad that they're playing this amount of minutes, and then you want them to actually, when they're supposed to be resting and when it's supposed to be an off day, you want them back in the gym to run their bodies down more. First of all, you're headed to the gym immediately after this to shoot. You said that earlier, right? So I also think the one thing that people don't really understand is like, for people that don't have as much of an insight into what the behind the scenes business looks like for an NBA player launching a podcast, if they think that you're out here handling production logistics, running the social media, selling the ads, booking the guests, I don't know what to say, right? Like you all show up twice a month and we talk.
Right.
And you don't have to think about
hours.
anything else for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about anything else because that's what a well-oiled machine is. And that's what, as entrepreneurs, you guys have set up around you. We have a team of 20 plus people working on this.
And the invite's still out there, Perk. Invite from a long time ago. Still out there.
Just know when you come here, we're gonna be moving this furniture. Let that be known.
I mean, I would say I think we're pretty focused.
I mean, you're 38 and 20?
40 and 20.
40 and 20?
From
Thank you.
from this point. From as of right now, I don't know when it's dropping. Yeah, we're focused. There are a lot of things that people do, right, on their own time, whether it's like gonna help them or hurt them or whatever. I mean, I don't, bro. A lot of people say what they want to say, what we can and cannot do. A lot of people told us what we can and cannot do to get to this point where we're playing basketball. Like, you're not going to make it, or you need to do this to make it, or whatever. We keep the main thing the main thing. I think it's pretty self-explanatory with how hard we play and what we push ourselves on the court to do. I mean, thanks for your opinion, and then we move forward. That's my guy, though. Like, I have much respect for Perk.
And he's
that's my guy.
given a lot of praise to,
that's my guy.
to the Knicks.
I have much respect, but like I said before, you gotta listen to the positives. You can't listen to the negatives and then listen to the positives. Like, you gotta be able to either listen to both or block out both.
I'm not worried.
That's all we need to hear.
Not
right
about
there.
that. If I was to say what I was concerned about with the team in general is that, you know, I think we have a team that's going to be together for a while, right? Leon's done a good job, right? Of you know, he's lined up the contracts and everything else. So this team's this isn't our only season, and it's not, you know, so we're going to play a bunch of seasons together, right? And you know, you take a look at teams like Boston, right? That have played together, right, et cetera, and they get to draw off of something that they built over that period of time.
Yep.
And I think that's, for this team, right, that's the challenge really, like, today, right? Going into the playoffs, et cetera, is to build that inside of the team, something we can draw on, something that and I think that in order to do that, first thing you have to have is a belief that you can win, that you can win any game, that you can win the championship. If you really, really believe that, right? Then you aren't going to worry about podcasts, right? You're going to worry about how you're playing with the other guys, how you're running a play, how you're how the communication is going, et cetera. What you can do that will be even better, right? I mean, with Mitch coming in, there's a lot that still can be done.
Yeah.
So I expect to see maybe some more alley oops, right? But it changes the defense. So how are we going to rework the defense? I think this team, and everybody on it focuses on those things, and just give them time, right? And I think it will happen.
This is the Never Ordinary Sports segment brought to you by Bet365. So I think we should talk about maybe a few things in the sports world that happened this week. Maybe it was a little chaotic, and we got a few things to talk about. Did you guys watch the Gervonta Davis fight at all, or did you see any highlights of it?
No.
I didn't.
You know what happened?
Yes.
I saw they drew.
He had grease in his eye and took a knee.
But apparently his hair braider took to Instagram and said, I braided him 5 days ago and I really didn't use much grease.
Yeah, I saw that. I would say we both get our hair braided.
I could see that. I could see grease getting in the hair. Is it really grease though? It's more like
It's like gel.
no, it's not gel because the gel pretty much is like it's like sticking in your hair, like the oil. But after you get your hair done, you put oil in your scalp or whatever.
But that
that'll
absorbs
come down.
but that absorbds into your scalp after the first day.
No, but I'm saying like it wouldn't be the gel if it was something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. I know I get my hair braided all the time. I never had that problem, but
Gamesmanship.
yeah. I mean,
Let's see. So it did end in a draw. I think they might review it if I'm understanding. Does anyone know? I heard that they might actually go back and revisit it. And
I don't think you can do that.
They can?
It could result in a loss. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. We'll see.
I'd be sick if it
I
was
don't
up to
think
loss.
they're gonna do that.
I said just run it back.
They
just run it back.
If you do that, then it takes away from like round two,
Yeah.
and all they care about is rating and money.
Yeah.
So
Run it back.
yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
All right, we got a little Commanders trade. We got
Yeah.
Debo.
Yeah, I like it. I think he'll be a good addition. It'll just his role on the team would be cool. It'd be kind of like a Damani Brown. Hopefully, he played a little bit better than he did. He did, and he had a good year. But his versatility will be very good in our system. I hope that's not the only move we make because we are, we need to make a lot more moves, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yep. All right, this is another question. Will the tush push make it into the next season without being banned?
Yeah.
Show us the quote from Coach Sirianni.
Yes.
He said, we work hard at that thing, and it's automatic because of the work that's put in and because of the players that we have who are performing it. It's not automatic throughout the entire league. Okay, well, Steph Curry shouldn't be allowed to shoot threes. Only in the fourth quarter can Steph Curry shoot threes. Like, what are we talking about? You can't just make a rule up because it's benefiting one team and everywhere else it's not quite as good. I respect that energy.
It's not like
it's not like every team uses it and it's automatic. It's right. It's
But I also understand it if it was like there was a loophole in the
sure.
in the rules that they like figured out and exploited. Like no, it's just a play.
And they're paying for a great offensive line.
Yeah. JB, you and Cat can't do no more pick and rolls. It's like, bro, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
They figured out a play that works. What works within the rules. So why? Yeah, you can't penalize them for it. But I mean, I guess you could probably tell the defense they better don't let them get within 2 yards.
do you remember when it first came out as an anonymous team submitted this to be banned? Right? They said that it was like at first the first report was an anonymous team submitted this for the tush push to be banned. I'm trying to figure out how the team's name got out. Like who
Did
said
it?
Yeah, the Packers.
Oh, I didn't know it was the
The
Packers.
Packers. I want to know how and why
Yeah, I don't know.
and who leaked that information.
I feel like they should just move on from that. Because I feel like there's something they talked about for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like just it's not getting banned. Move on.
Have every team do it then.
Yeah.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
The Roommate Show is now sponsored by DoorDash.
DoorDash has a Dash Pass members only deal for the 24-25 NBA season. They swoosh, you save. When any player scores 50 or more points in a game, Dash Pass members save 50% on an order, up to $10 off. Who's going to make this happen for our first Dash Pass members? Jalen or Josh?
Well, Jalen does have a few 50-point games in his career already.
What about rebounds? That's got to count for something, Josh.
Sign up for Dash Pass and save more all year round with $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders. Plus, exclusive perks like this one. I know we all love the $0 delivery fees, especially our fellow New Yorkers always getting delivery.
Guilty. Since moving to the city, I definitely catch myself ordering more.
Use the promo code NBA50 the next day after a 50-point game during the 2024-25 NBA regular season from noon to midnight. That's right, from noon to midnight.
Valid for Dash Pass members only from noon to midnight the day after any player scores 50 or more in a single game during the 24-25 regular season. Valid with use of promo code from noon to midnight the day after a 50-point game on eligible orders at participating merchants. Must have an active Dash Pass account. Terms apply.